Pops in here. A little spontaneous live. That weird noise you hear is me cleaning my grill. Just got done cooking up some steaks and some boudin. See if anyone hops in. And if not, we're just going to delete it. No big deal. Let's see here. Got a couple cocktails going. Oh, we got one in here. What is up, my friend? Holy shit. How you doing, brother? It has been too long. When are you moving back to Texas, man? Good. I'm glad you're doing well. That's fantastic. This is one of my infamous spontaneous lives here. I'm just doing some drinking. I just pulled some steaks off the grill and I'm cleaning. Trying to get. Oh man, how's your dad doing, man? He okay? Oh, I'm going to show you some cocktails here in a second. I got a couple things rocking right now, along with this crazy beard. Trying to get this grill cleaned off. About to shut it down, but I'm enjoying the heat a little bit. Definitely enjoying the smoke. Oh, man. All right, so I don't know if you knew this, man. My dad, I was back in, I went up to Colorado. My folks moved up to Colorado here in October. And my dad just passed at the beginning of the year. So I get a brother. Sorry, I'm turning the propane off here. Get to follow me around. It's like Blair Witch video, bro. Get out of there still. So, sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, my dad passed at 78. Pretty rough. So I got a couple drinks here too. I appreciate that, man. I really do. You know, just it's what happens, you know. Cancer sucks, like I've been telling folks. Man, 3 years ago, has it been that long, man? Damn. Been too long. Man, it seems like I was just talking with somebody. I was talking to Brian the other day. We always talk about when we worked at the hospital there. Hey, Taven or Tavin? Did I say it right, Taven? Hello, thanks for hopping in. Just kind of a spontaneous live here. I just pulled some steaks off the grill. Talking with my buddy Jake, who I used to work with many moons ago. I'm going to say, hello, is it Salagar? Oh, Brewhouse. We got a couple of folks in here. A couple of regulars. Thanks for joining me. Sorry, I've got this weather, man. Texas, man. We were 85 the other day, and it's cold now. How was my wife? Not quite sure where you're going there, my friend. But my wife is fine. We don't really celebrate Valentine's Day, so we're just hanging. We ran some errands. She had me doing yard work, so game is game. Interesting. All right. Yeah, we're not going to get in. We're not going to talk about my wife here. So, yeah, you can find another channel to go talk to. Sorry, my friend. Try to keep some of that stuff confidential. So, got a big favor. What's the big favor there, Brewhouse? You missed it. I did a live the other night, man, and I know you were when we're on Twins live. We well, I'm not telling you my wife's name, man. And W Riz, I don't know what y'all are. What is that? I don't know what that is. I'm not trying to be ignorant. I just don't know what you mean. What you got? So I was gonna say I got my videos put back up. Touche, Brandon. Can you get 6-pack of prickly pear or ruby red? Yes. Yes, I can. I can get those. If tell you what, you got my email, man. Before I leave the chat, I'll get you my email. I'll get you your address. I can send that to you. Absolutely. It's like your game or charisma. Not sure what you got going on there. All right, we'll connect here in a minute, man. I'll be sure to get that to you. So I am enjoying. Happy Christmas. A little bit of copper and cask whiskey here this evening. Like I said, just pulled some steaks off the grill, and yeah, it's a late night. I know because I'm Central Time Zone here, and everyone's like, I was talking with some friends earlier. They're like, you are cooking wicked late. What? Happy New Year to you. We're a couple months into it here. But hey, we'll spend the wicked late. Yeah. Jacob, not to give up your AOR there, man. Do you still in Cali? Oh, that one got me. Been sipping on that for a minute. Went down the wrong pipe. When are you gonna come back here to Texas, man? Are you gonna take like LOA from work? You're the one that lives there. Come on back. Drink. So Saligar, you're a wine person? Any particular wine that you like? Oh man, just Jake, just move back here, bro. I was left. Man, I tell you, California's too expensive to be in without a damn job, man. Good old Cali, part of Cali. So, Brandon, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to rag on Cali too much. I have some family out there. I'm a Texas guy. I wasn't born here, but I got here as quick as I could. I don't think there's a gun I can own in Cali. Yeah, so Brewhouse, Jake's a good dude. So Jake, if you're looking to sub to some other channels, old Brewhouse Reviews has a good channel. He's trying to get some things going, and so check out his channel. He does some beer reviews. Man, I'm not on Discord yet. Tell you what, reach out to Brewhouse if you can reach out to Twin. He has my email. You can he can get it if you're getting ready to drop. So I've been doing these lives for just spontaneous, seeing who's tonight. It's a night owl thing. So all right. So we'll see you, Saligar. Take care, man. Twin does have my email. Yeah. It's pretty simple, bro. Like if I get spam from somebody, whatever, I just delete it. But it's ACR Protect at gmail.com. Keeping it pretty simple. Pretty damn simple. Just got a notification and need to see. Man, Jake, I appreciate you popping in, man. Stay as long as you want. I'm gonna finish off a cocktail here. Maybe do some beer roulette in the beer fridge there for some folks that are still on here. Haven't really eaten today. I'm sure I shouldn't be drinking beer. I worked all day and came home and did yard work because we're supposed to have some shitty weather this weekend, and so yeah, ran some errands, did that. Had a nice night. Just kind of just wife and I ran errands, grabbed coffee, and ended up hitting the store. Oh, sorry. And just back here, like I said, threw some steaks on and out here hanging with the dogs. Oh, what'd you get? So let me go ahead before I'm not gonna keep y'all waiting. The beer I'm drinking tonight, Avery Brewing out of Colorado, the Reverend Belgian style quadruple ale. I've been talking about this when I was up in Colorado for that month. I was just telling Jake, he's kind of playing catch up with me. I hadn't talked with him in a minute. When my dad passed, I was up there drinking local brews, and I'm finishing off some of the stuff I got up there. However, Specs by my work on the west side of town has that beer. Stella, come here. Come sit down, Stella. Oh, you got your Glock 22. Man, that's awesome. So just so you know, Jake's a gun guy too. So Jake and I used to work together at the hospital here in Houston. That's awesome. So I'm curious, Brewhouse, what made you decide to go with the Glock 22? 40 cal. Not knocking it. I carried that when I was at the hospital. And then as soon as I left there, I sold my 40 and just stuck with 9. That's just me. I like to have, I have like primary calibers, if that makes sense. And it is kind of preppery-ish. I like 9, 9, 22, 5.56, and 12 gauge. I have some 410 mixed in there. Hey, you know what? When you're picking out a gun, it's really, you can you can do all these different things. You got everybody in the world trying to tell you what you need to get, and what you really need to do is go try some different things. Like first, go to a gun store that has a lot of stuff, and pick them up and hold them. See what what grip angle works for you, the ergonomics, and then go from there. Just hope that the ergonomic one isn't like a $2,000 less bear or something like that. I'm a Glock guy, always have been. That's my thing. My EDC is a Glock 19. Yep, 12 gauge. That's one of my primary home defense weapons. For our home defense system. It actually pairs 3 different guns because my house, I've created a fatal funnel. So if you come in, and you're not FAFO, let's just put it that way. I'm not, trying to sound like some badass, but I don't, I'm not playing. If you come in my house unwanted, probably not going to leave. Plus, I have awesome neighbors. What do we got? Jake keeping a 12 gauge close to the bed. Is that what I'm reading there? It's a good one to have. Also got offered Springfield Army Hellcat, red dot sight, 5 mags, 535. That's pretty good. So I have not shot the Hellcat. I want to. That seems like a pretty badass gun. Actually, I have a Springfield XD, and I like that. It's a nice gun. And I've got about 8 mags for that. Not playing like the 1-up game or anything, but yeah. Springfield makes good stuff. So does Smith and Wesson. I tell people that if Glock didn't exist, my go-to gun would probably be a M&P. Yep, the XDN9. It's a great gun. It really is. Like it's just a good gun. I think it's 17 round mags too, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a minute since I've shot it. Brewhouse, you should absolutely try the Hellcat and let me know what you think. Yeah, old Steiner loves his Smith and Wesson. In fact, Jake, a while back, he and I went to the range, and I shot his all steel M&P. It's pretty sick. Like I said, if I didn't have Glock, that'd be the one I'd be going to. So I get it. Everyone's going to play these games with the calibers and what to carry, and I don't want to sound like an a-hole here. Ammo's come a long way. Now, as far as ballistics, bigger bullet, bigger hole, all that stuff, but well-placed rounds with good ammo, it'll do the job, run, drug, and armor drills, as I like I used to call them in the service. It's about your comfort too, it's because that's the other thing. Like, I used to know this dude that had a, big on Kimber. Kimber makes a good gun. I've shot them. They're okay. This all steel frame 45, but he always wore shorts, right? Like, like knit shorts. So he never carried it. I was like, so, Team Quack, what's up, brother? Thanks for popping in. We're doing a little gun talk, not gun show, but gun talk. But he had that 45 and he never carried it. And I was like, the gun you don't carry doesn't do you any good. So if you got a 22, like a little 22 mag or 22 LR revolver that you keep in your pocket, let me tell you something. My fat ass doesn't want to be shot by a 22 or 9 or 380 or 45 or any of that shit. So it's all you got to carry. That's the big thing. Just carry. If Fabian and his damn 19, man, I love Fabian. He can't shoot worth a fuck. Sorry. Nightmare got a hog. Couldn't tell what. That's awesome, Quack. So you shot a hog with a 9? I know you Florida, like Texas, they got the hogs out there too. They got the hogs out there. I got Harry down here hanging out with me. And Stell, she just popped in. She gets jealous. Yes, and a red dot. So hey, let's do this. We got about 6 people in the chat. So what is your EDC gun of choice? What do you carry? What's the gun you carry every day? And I'm not bagging on anybody. I'm just curious. What does everyone do? So me personally, I got a Glock 19, Gen 5 with night sights, no red dot. I got a 15 round mag plus 1 in the pipe, in an inside the waistband holster, plus Alvin Baines. What's up, brother? Man, we got Jake in here. I don't know if you remember Jake. He's in the chat here too. But I got that with night sights, and then my backup mags are 2 17-round mags. That's what I carry every day, all the time. Alvin Baines got the Glock 27, and back up to the SIG 220. Okay. And I agree, Brewhouse. The Kimber can be a little on the expensive side. That is for sure. If I get that Hellcat, will be my primary with the Glock as a backup. Yeah, so again, it's all about what's convenient for you to carry. Seriously, like it's one of those. Jake, your go-to is the SIG 226. That's pretty sick. I mean, it's a good gun. I like it. I like that gun. The Coast Guard actually switched to that right as I was getting out forever ago. All steel frame. It is comfortable. The problem with it, at least for me, seagoing service, it's you got to have something that does a little bit better with the water, especially salt water. Glock 48, TRL 7, Holosun. Nice. I have not shot the Glock 48, but that's badass. And the Holosun, I'm about to come around to the red dot. Come here, dogs. Very light. Had no rounds in the mag, 10 to 15 rounds. You'd be surprised, you'd be surprised how fast a 15 round mag adds weight. It really does. The 48's actually 9mm. Yeah, the red dots they're great. They're great all the time, but they do help at night. I have night sights on my primary carry guns. I'm old school. Again, I just look young. So I'm going to show this beer again. The Reverend by Avery Brewing. Damn, it's good. Damn, it's good. But you know what? I'm talking about firearms and EDC. Like many of you have said, it's what works best for you. Don't let anyone dissuade you from what works best. And sometimes it's trial and error. I've really been on the fence about getting a 43X, Glock 43X, because it's slimmer and everything else. But you know what? Part of the reason I have carry what you hit with. That's right. That's a brick. You better start carrying a lot of bricks. If you throw a brick. I shot it, and it's okay. I like that you still get a good purchase on it and everything, but I'm a big dude. Like, I can conceal a 19 easily. I can conceal my Glock 45 or my 17 easy. I've thought about picking up a 26, and doing the 26 with the finger groove. I think it's like 10 or 12 rounds, and then carrying my 15 or 17 round backups. But if I'm going to do that, then I might as well just carry the 19. Maybe it's just a reason for me to buy another gun. Don't tell the wife. Because hey, can we show mags on these lives? Or are they going to shut my ass down? Probably so. I'm not going to chance it. But, that's just it. Because that's the thing about the 26, the 19, the 17, nothing over 10. Well, that's just because you're in California. And the 19X or whatever. YouTube is dumb. Man, I was telling the group the other day, yeah, I'm not going to show any mags. Not trying to stir anything up. I'm going to go buy X Macro X Macro. Is that the SIG P365? You need a reason to buy it. Yeah. So I do like the 365. It's nice. It is a nice shooting gun. Again, SIG makes a great gun. They do. All their stuff. I know a 320 took a lot of grief, a lot of crazy discharges. Which, hey, some guns are lemons, right? Makarov, shot a Makarov, 9x18. You can still find a shit ton of Russian ammo for that too. Makarov's a good gun. Been around a long time. $100, I would have bought that for $100 too. There aren't too many guns I wouldn't buy for $100. Just saying. Oh my God, this beer, so good. So I'm not sure if you saw that. It's good 10%. This is my second one. In case you don't believe me, if you think I'm lying to you, 2 empties right here. Finished off my whiskey. If I get hungry, I've got some dog treats. I pulled those out. The dogs just came running over here. So, so we talked about a little bit about EDC. What's y'all's take on for EDC? All right, who here is a multi-tool guy? Who carries a multi-tool? Brett, APX A1 on sale, Palmetto State Armory. $130? That's a steal. I've never shot the APX. I carried a 92 when I was in the service. I liked it. It took me a while to come around to it. It's an accurate gun. Oh, we got some company out here. I'm going to hide my shoulders so the missus can't see me. There can't be seen there. Reenacted World War II. Got to fire Makarov with blanks. No, yeah, so Makarov's a good gun. It is. So I know some of the Stella's losing her shit. DJ just walked out. She's gonna post up over here, trying to stay off.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. We're just hanging. They have that interesting holster because they carry it without round in the chamber, and when you draw, you push down, and it chambers around, and whatever, if that works for you. I carry one in the pipe. It's one of those, like, if you got to draw, like, you shouldn't be thinking about having to put a round in the tube. That's all I'm saying. Jake carries a Leatherman, Gerber and a Leatherman, 2 knives, no layer. Okay, so I've got, again, just to prove it, I carry it every day. I've got the Wingman, Leatherman Wingman, and Coast Guard buddy got this for me years ago. The biggest reason I like it, pocket clip. I don't like carrying extra pouches. I'm weird like that. But this is nice. It has scissors, a knife, but it's the pliers. That's why I like it. I used to be, when I was younger, I loved Swiss Army knives, and they're still great. The Victorinox, they're awesome. But the pliers, man, I use the pliers all the time. One's for stabby, one's for cutting stuff. I'd like Sean Ryan show. I've killed a lot of Amazon boxes. I can't say that I came up with that line, but I have. I've a lot of Amazon boxes. My go-to EDC knife lately has been a very worn Ontario knife company. You can see it's dirty, but pretty easy to sharpen. Love this knife. It's not spring assisted or anything, but I like the grip. I can get a good purchase on there, a pretty decent sized hand. I do like the jimping on the back. I like the thumb stud. I was a Spyderco guy for a long time. I still carry a Spyderco. On occasion, I have the Endura, fully serrated. Carried that in the service a lot. It was good for cutting rope and line. People. Those are good. I clean animals with the rat. Yeah, it's the rat too. It's good. The Leatherman and a couple from Olight. So Alvin, the Olight was. I know Olight came out with some knives, didn't they? Is that what you're talking about? Brewhouse talking about Gerber knives. So when I was first in the Coast Guard, they gave us all a Gerber Gator. I don't know if y'all remember that. A bastard was sharp, and it was that rubbery grip And so it was a good knife. It was a bitch to sharpen though. They've really come a long way with their knives though. Their fixed blade, that strong arm. I saw somewhere where that was on sale. I need to get one. I don't have one of those. So speaking of fixed blades, who on the channel carries a fixed blade every day on their person? Anybody? Not so me personally, I don't carry one every day, but I have them in all my bags. You do, Quack? What's your fixed blade to carry there? What is that noise? I think it's my. Had some wood chips in my grill. I think they're still sizzling there. I also have a Raven Crest I like to carry. It has a Warrenclyffe style blade. It's more of a defensive weapon. So interesting thing, Brewhouse. So Amazon is one of my clients, and yeah, they're particular about what they let you. And it's crazy because you're there at Amazon. You should absolutely have it. You need a pocket knife there, but people are weird, you know. Clinch pick or I'm not sure if I'm familiar with that, Quack. Do you hear that? That noise?
Sounds like things are cooling down.
Okay. Yeah. So Alvin and I, we used to work together. He had one of these subscriptions. It was a nice subscription. We got a couple good ones out of there. There was some junk though too. That's something you shouldn't cheap out on. Number of young kids that work there is not. That's the thing, So I grew up with them. Like I've had knives for as long as I can remember. Before whittling was whittling, I was doing that stuff, and being a punk ass kid and making spears and stuff like that. And then when you go camping again, you forget some tent stakes, make your own, with whatever. I had one of the coolest knives, and I wish I still had it. I'm sure it broke. It was some Chinese piece of crap. It was camouflage, and it was a lock blade. It had the little thumbnail piece, and it folded out and had the little finger grooves. And it was big. It was a big honking thing. And, man, it was awesome. It's dull as hell. Sitting there trying to sharpen that forever. It was a cool knife, though. Enough of them that, yeah. Like my dad always said, world's full of jerks and idiots. Try not to be one. Try not to be. Hey, Brewhouse, you gonna do a video for me this weekend? Have Ulu I got in Alaska. It wasn't Ulu, Jake. I'm not familiar with that. K-Tel's knife maker in Georgia. Gold ring in Georgia, knife blade. Shivworks. Oh, I've heard of Shivworks. That dude's badass. He's on YouTube. That guy, Shivworks, he is legit. He is legit when it comes to edged weapon tactics. Seriously, that guy's good. He is. First full blade knife was a survival knife. Was it like a Brewhouse was like one of the bless you, one of the Rambo knives? Like the cheap ass Rambo knife. We're gonna do one tomorrow, another on Sunday. So 2 days, awesome. I've got I don't have it close by, and if I had one of my boys out here, I have this. It was a Rambo knife. I knew it. Yeah, we're not, Brewhouse. We're not too far in age there. Oh, it's rain. That's what we hear. Yeah. My wife's like, you're an idiot. Native Alaskan knife made from seal bone. Bro, hit me up on Messenger and send me a picture of that knife, Jake. That's badass. That is awesome.
It'd be stronger if it's naturally.
Sorry, wife's talking in the background here. We're hanging. Got a good crew in here. Some of the folks that were in here earlier kind of, I try to be inclusive to everybody, but when you start asking questions like, "Oh, what's your wife's name?" and that, no, that's not happening. We're not doing that. We're not playing stupid games. So funny story. Tell me it had a compass in the handle. Those damn survival knives had a compass in the handle. Jesus. Guaranteed to get you lost in the woods. Guaranteed. They were. You tap them and they just be spinning like you're in the fucking Bermuda Triangle. Oh God, that was a good time. That was funny. Those button compasses, whether it's on your little paracord buckle and stuff like that, some of them do okay. Most of them do not. They do not. Now, I'm not saying you have to go buy some ridiculously expensive compass, but if you paid 25 cents for the compass, you're screwed. That's all I'm saying. Had one of those. It was junk, but it looked cool at the battle. At the battle, like G.I. Joe, Team Quacky, G.I. Joe, Team G.I. Joe. After 19 years in the Army, I wouldn't trust that button compass. Go, Joe. So let's see who is the worst G.I. Joe character ever. Gotta look cool. We do. We're all punk ass kids. Had to look cool. Had to have a knife. Oh, it's a compass. Like, what direction? I was like, you look at it, but like, well, my home's this direction. You look at it, and the compass sends you to New Jersey or some shit. They were the worst. When I was a kid, like, so I did a little bit of Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts, stuff like that, and like the orienteering, it just never clicked. Like, I don't know. It was so different when I was a kid. Like, I'd go out and you just kind of knew. Does that make sense? Like, when I go into the wilderness, I kind of knew where I was going. If you got a little bit lost, figured it out, now it's not like I was like on the Appalachian Trail or some shit, but it's, different now. Like, it's one of those, like, that shit's serious. You get your ass in the woods and you go off trail, you better have something. GPS, compass, something. Yep, the Lanzatic compass from the time in the Army. Awesome. Yep, thank you for your service, Brewhouse. I'm not sure if I ever told you that. So, at the age-old question, who let the dogs out? It was Brewhouse. Brewhouse let the dogs out. Mine are already out. Hanging out here, being weird. Oh, Jacob, remember I was in the Coast Guard, so I don't know if that counts. I was a drunkard pirate.
But you were in the Coast Guard before it was whatever it is now.
Right, like my wife said, I was old guard. I'm a salty dog.
Now he's right guard.
Now I'm right guard. She's got all the jokes. She should join the team here. Live to fight another day. Well, I still did some cool stuff when I was in. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying I got to, go fight terrorism. But I did a lot of training, and I trained a lot of people to do a lot of stuff. That was kind of my MOS. So my MOS, or I say MOS because everyone knows that because of the Army. We called them A schools. I was gunner's mate, So weapons guy, a small arms instructor, boarding team member, boarding officer, law enforcement instructor, and then with that I was I was the in my office I was the defensive tactics subject matter expert. So I used to joke around. In fact, when I met my wife, I was traveling around, and I literally got paid to beat the fuck out of people all week, and so a lot of fun. And I got to teach them how to shoot. But I think when you teach folks how to do things, that's good. It's important. I'd like to think that some of the stuff I taught folks helped them in the field be a better person. On subs in the Navy, got stationed. So when I was in Connecticut, I wasn't there on a ship. I did do so. Coast Guard Academy is up in Connecticut in New London, and I got to go. So we used to call them cadidiots. Cadidiots. Whether you're going to the Coast Guard Academy, Naval Academy, West Point, whatever, Annapolis, officers have their place. I was enlisted, but I did know across the river from me. Awesome, man. I always had the most respect for OCS officers and warrant officers. Warrant officers were they're the best. and I had some good officers when I was in. Do you see this? There's fucking mosquitoes here in Texas still. But we need officers, but we also need them to, and that's what I've learned just not only through the service, but just in management in general. If you're not taking information and criticism from your subordinates, you're failing. You're failing because you don't know everything. I don't know everything. You got to get that information. But I had a lot of a couple good ensigns. You know the difference between an ensign and a non-rate? Non-rate's been promoted. But if a good ensign listens and gets the knowledge they can, not only from their officers, but from the enlisted and the chiefs and stuff like that. Yeah. So the enlisted prior enlisted. We always called them OCS. They went to officer candidate school. Like they might have made like E5, E6, and then went to OCS, which is still tough. Typically they worked and got a degree while they were in. Hey, bro, trying to shake my hand. So, yeah, no, we all those branches and even all the ranks. Everyone gives each other a hard time. My middle brother was in the Air Force, or as I call it, the Chair Force. But, again, I say that being in the Coast Guard, right? Puddle pirate. I've heard all the jokes. Jake, I was stationed. So I wasn't stationed in Alaska. I'm sorry, but I was stationed in Seattle, and I did a lot of tours in Alaska. We did a lot of fisheries. So, been to Juneau, Ketchikan, not Anchorage. I'm sorry, Kodiak, and I've been to every Aleutian Island. Been in Russian waters, so. Kind of crazy. Let's see. So Brewhouse, you did 23 years? I didn't realize you retired from the Army, man. Thank you. That's awesome. I did not know. I did about 7 years in the service there. Had one officer from the academy that I had faith in. It's all. So I did not go to Homer, Jake. Did not. We had back in the day. For those Loran stations, we had a Loran station up in Homer. If you don't know what that is, Google it. See if Google's old enough to know what the Loran is. It's a navigational system. But we had that up there. 4 years active duty, Navy, 19 years Army, National Guard. Man, that's awesome. That is awesome, Brewhouse. So Jake, your buddy was stationed in Homer in the Coast Guard. Was he at a Lorant station? He had to have been. They ain't jack shit in Homer. I'm just saying. I've known a handful of people in my career. Yeah, okay. Yeah. They used to drive those snow machines and shit. That's exactly what he's. I'm telling you, like it's one of those can't bullshit a bullshitter, right? So hey, come here, dogs. What are you doing? Unless you're going to get me a beer. Know any O'Briens? Oh man, that's a pretty common name. Sadly, the Coast Guard's so small, you can run into some people that you know. Like, there's a possibility that you know somebody that was in the Coast Guard that I may have known, but that's not ringing a bell. But they used to go out there and plow snow, and it was crazy up there in Homer. Come here, dogs. Come here. Stella, good girl. Go patrol. Go patrol. Or you guys want a treat? Should we give the dogs a treat? Look at that. They come over. They're like, don't you put your dirty paws on me. The only thing to do is get... He's not wrong. There's not much else up there. That and drive snow machines. That's about it up to do there in Homer. So those of you that have dog lovers, canine carryouts, pretty good dog treats. They're actually out of Wichita, Kansas, if I'm not mistaken. Topeka, Kansas. They love these. They have some bacon ones and whatnot. They're fairly good treats, but they love them. They love them. They're not my favorite dog treat. You ever had a milk bone? I've eaten them. My family thinks I'm retarded because I'll eat dog treats. People, I'm sure all of y'all think I'm retarded for eating dog treats. That's okay. So, when I was up in Alaska, I had one. James, my buddy, Brewhouse Reviews, Station Alaska. According to him, you're absolutely right. Where was James stationed? Was he a Marine? I thought he was a Marine, bro. I want to know what they were eating. That's Harry's over here. There's no more treats, bro. No more treats. Maybe later. So Alaska is amazing. I think I talked about this the other night on my live. When I joined the Coast Guard, went out to Cape May, New Jersey. Grew up in Iowa, right? 18 years in Iowa. It's like, Coast Guard, that'll definitely get me away from Iowa. And I was thinking, I'm going to get jet ski patrol in Florida, like hanging out with all the bitches and shit. No, they said, you're going to go to a 400-foot cutter out of Seattle, Washington. I hope you like going to Alaska. And I went up there a lot. 82nd Airborne, he was in a unit. Okay, so yeah, no, there's a Army base. Was he in Kodiak up there? Army has a base up in Kodiak, or was he up in Anchorage? Anyhow, so get my orders, and I go to a boat in Seattle, Washington. Got there 3 days before we got underway for 3 months. And it is a beautiful place. It's so awesome. And then if you know somebody where you can get out away from all the tourism crap, it's beautiful. Like Ketchikan, loved Ketchikan. But yeah, let him know. James is a good dude. You Brewhouse, you and James, you have some fun banter back and forth. I enjoy it. That's what I'm in it for. That and seeing what y'all are drinking. But I gave you my email. Definitely shoot me an email. I'll get you some of the. Well, to tell you what, you tell me I'll get you those, and then I'll throw in some others in there for you to see what you think. Jake knows. Jake knows that Houston has some badass breweries. Ketchikan is awesome. Skagway, stuck there in the 1800s. Great beers in Houston. Oh, blooper! Oh, I love bloopers. So those of you that don't know, when I do my videos, I'm nominal on my editing. All right, I there's some things I edit, but most of the time I try to be pretty real. I like to do first takes, and you know what? I also I think being human is important, and so that's why why I like these lives. You know, you talk, and everyone's like, "Well, are you are you spaz?" Yeah, I'm a spaz. I'm a weirdo. It is what it is. Have a good time. Don't like me, that's fine. Got plenty of friends. So, but no, Ketchikan. So I remember my buddy, he was stationed on my ship. He got stationed up there. That's why we love you. We love you because you're special kind of stupid, I know. I got up there. I had halibut jerky for the first time. And y'all are like, what? Yes. So halibut, if you haven't had that fish, it's delicious. This guy made jerky out of it. He put it in a smoker. I'll tell you, it's damn good. Damn good. Don't edit all the stuff's in between. Yeah. No, I think it makes it real. You know, you got some of these channels that, and I am picking on some folks, but, we're all human. You all make mistakes, But halibut jerky is damn good. I don't know if anyone's ever caught any fish up there in Alaska like halibut. It's like pulling up a piece of plywood that's flat. And that's the truth. The Team Quack, he's a fisherman. I don't know if he's been up there. It's an interesting fight. It's not really a fight. They're huge. But tell me, Jake, it is. It's like pulling up like an 8x10 piece of plywood, flat. Yeah, brew house over there in Western Virginia and the West Virginia area. Beautiful out there. It's dead weight. I don't even know if dead weight is the right description, man. It's literally like just, it's like pulling up a flat piece of plywood. You haven't got Team Quack. If you ever get the chance to go to Alaska to do some fishing, you should. So we used to do fish call. We'd stop, and just people be fishing off the side of the ship. That's one of the cool things about seagoing service. You got some badass cooks on there. We had these big ass grills and smokers. You'd catch shit, and they'd throw that shit right on the grill. No bullshit, catching halibut. And when I was in Kodiak, we were out there when the salmon were running. People catching salmon, fresh salmon. Oh man, it's awesome. It was amazing. Yeah, it was cool. When I was stationed in the Gulf of Mexico, used to catch mahi and stuff like that. Same thing, just catch them, throw them right on the grill, man. Little trick of the trade here. Mahi and Italian dressing. That shit is the bomb. Seriously. It's good stuff. Did y'all hear the rain out here? It was supposed to wait till tomorrow afternoon. That was a bunch of bull crap. I'm glad I got the little bit of yard work I did. Jake, flounder, same way. It is. Flounder's another one. It's just like pulling up a flat piece of wood. Delicious though. It's good stuff. Team Quack, what when you go fishing out there in Florida, what are you catching? What's your go-to? brew house. If you're a fisherman, which you may not be, that's cool. I assume since you're landlocked out there, I'm assuming you're a freshwater guy. Personally, I mean I've gone saltwater fishing. I prefer freshwater personally. That's just me. Team Quack. Slow down. Hold on. Caught marlin. That is awesome. Had a guy trained at the CIA Culinary Institute of America, not Central Intelligence Agency. He could cook. That is awesome. Little Mermaid lied to you. Flat. They don't. Can't trust cartoons, Jake. Sorry, bro. Catch everything saltwater. Quack, do you have a boat? I'm not trying to give up your AOR. Are you on the water? Do you have a boat where you're able to get out, saltwater fish quite a bit? I got a Harry over here jonesing for one of my beers. I can't give him this Reverend. It's too strong. So I'm by a lake. At the in fact, let's see. Well, my head didn't change. Save. That should be it with the frying pan. That's good. So I was when I go kayaking. For those of you that don't know, yes, my fat ass loves kayaking. Station in Groton, we had seafood a lot. Mako shark, favorite saltwater fish. So shark is one of the few fish that I don't care for. I'm not a big fan of shark or swordfish, but about every other type of fish I enjoy eating. Close to the water, got a boat. That's awesome. Get out there and enjoy, man. That is awesome. So I was saying I was out in my kayak. By this lake, there's everything in this lake. There's bass, catfish, snakes, alligators, ducks, whatever. And I was paddling by this island, and it was calm. It was water was like glass, and I'm in the kayak, and the kayak it's a sit on top of kayak, so I'm literally like right on the water. And this massive largemouth bass jumps literally right next to my kayak. Like I could have, if I'd have been fast enough and paying attention, I probably could have scooped it up and grabbed it and thrown it in the boat. And, I'm still yet to throw my pole on there and do some fishing. I need to. Catfish, one of my favorite fish. Agreed. Fun to catch, even better to eat. Yeah, so my wife I was getting ready to say that. So my mother-in-law and my grandmother, so they were in my both of them used to live in Galveston. I'm north of Galveston considerably now. And they heard I was coming because they love me. And they did some pan-fried catfish. Let me tell you something. That shit is the jam. It was amazing. Like, that's why I'm so big. Damn catfish. Bass. So my wife was born on island. She was. B-O-I. Yep. So brew house. Largemouth bass. You ever caught smallmouth bass? Those are the best. When I was up in Canada, when I used to go up there, I'll go up there, use topwater lures. As much fun as regular largemouth bass are, smallmouth bass scare the shit out of you because they jump up out of the water. They grab, and it's a good fight. It's a lot of fun. They still taste pretty good. Surprisingly enough, the best catfish I ever caught was a Cracker Barrel. So speaking of seafood and everything, so tonight cooked up some steaks. Those of you that Sorry, I hit the table there. Picked up some shrimp from HEB, like some shrimp cocktail, essentially. They got a deal over there. But I'm going over tomorrow, and our HEB, which is a grocery store, it's awesome. They got everything there. They do crawfish there. Now you can buy crawfish, and then you can cook them at your house and purge them and everything else. Which, hey, like if you're doing a whole bunch of them, that's probably the way to go. Get a good deal on them. Probably find a better deal at somewhere else other than HEB. But they have a deal where they you buy the crawfish, man. They boil them, they season them. You just pick up the crawfish and take them home, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do tomorrow. We're gonna probably get a couple pounds of crawfish, maybe some shrimp, and just eat that tomorrow. Just hang out. It's gonna be shitty anyhow, shitty weather. Jake, yeah, of course Papado's still around. Have you seen me? Have you seen the size of me? Yes, Papado's still around. That's the favorite place I like to take clients. So anyone that comes to Texas, because I don't. My brother said they're in Colorado. I don't know if I buy that, but the Houston area, Dallas area, Papado's. So Papa's Corporation, they've got a lot of stuff. They have barbecue. They have Papacitos, which is like a Mexican restaurant. But Papado's is Cajun seafood, and it is the best. It is fucking awesome. It is so good. It's like the golden rule, supplies all South Florida seafood. But I was mentioning that the other day. I've been ravenous for protein, red meat, but like fish. Like the missus and I were out today, and it's like, oh my god, we just want seafood, and so we're gonna have steak and shrimp tonight. And I say that, and it's almost morning, so we're gonna have it for breakfast, and then I'm gonna go get crawfish. So I know Jake's probably had crawfish. Quack Attack, what's your thoughts on crawfish? And Brewhouse, have you had crawfish before? I'm curious. I know you miss crawfish, Jake. Come on back here. I might even have an opportunity for you with my company. They are good. Crawfish are delicious. Lives north of Tampa. There's a place. Rusty Belly's awesome. $10 a pound in California for crawfish. Jake, you have my number. If not, hit me up on Facebook Messenger. I'll get you my number. I'm pretty sure you still have it though. I don't think it's changed. That Team Quacks. Well, Brewhouse trying to move to Florida anyhow. No crawfish for you, Brewhouse? Oh man, no. So, it's Jake higher than giraffe nuts. I'm not eating giraffe nuts, but I'll take your word, bro.
Kangaroo.
I have eaten kangaroo. Have y'all eaten kangaroo? Little bastards. Man, have you seen them? They're all like swole. They're all like, "Rrr!" Have you seen them? They all look like they want to jack you up. They taste delicious, though. Kangaroo's good as shit. So tell you what, Brewhouse, you need to make a trip to Texas. We'll get you some crawfish. Just so you know, crawfish season starts about February. It's February to May. Peak time is probably February, March. If you've ever eaten McDonald's, you've had kangaroo meat. That's you got me. I was not ready for that. So, Brewhouse, you're gonna go hang out with Quack, not me. Is it because I'm white? Kidding. Being a dick. It may be the nice weather. It is. So we're all bagging on California earlier, where poor Jake is out of California. The best thing California has going for it is its weather. Like Southern California, it's always nice. It truly is. Year round, it's nice. And California, like Texas, has a lot of different things. If you haven't been like Yosemite and the oh god, what's the park with the tall trees? Are they redwoods? Redwoods. I've driven through that.
Redwood National Forest.
Redwood National Forest is badass. Go to Burning Man out there. See my crazy ass uncle. His weird ass out there. No, I'm kidding. Go to Burning Man. Have a good time. I missed some stuff. It's on fire. Hold on here.
You're afraid of Wicker Man.
I'm afraid, my wife said I'm afraid of Wicker Man. Can't go to Burning Man. Went to Navy boot camp in San Diego. Weather was fantastic. Only rained an entire 19 months. Wait, only rained it rained while you were there in boot camp? Like they barely get any rain out there. I might be reading that wrong. Damn reverends will get you. Oh, okay, all right. I was gonna say I might have to shut it down after this one. No, it's nice out there. San Diego is awesome. Their zoo is awesome, just so you know. San Diego Zoo is legit. I'm surprised you didn't go to boot camp up there in Chicago. So let me tell you something, Team Quack. I love Key West. And I was joking about this before. If you go to Key West and don't have a good time, it's over. Key West is awesome. So you got Miami, it's all the rich people. The Key West are more folks like me, man. Brewhouse, you peddling too many of your own wares to yourself? All right, Jake. Appreciate it, brother. Thanks for popping in. But hit me up if you're coming back here. Let me know, man. Seriously, we'll get together. Y'all hang in there, man. Fantasy Fest, yes, Team Quack. I've been to Fantasy Fest. We tied up there one time. Oh, Alvin's still here. Alvin, where you been hiding, bro? Under a rock? Fantasy Fest is awesome. My wife's out here. I can't talk too much about Fantasy Fest. What happens at Fantasy Fest stays at Fantasy Fest.
What's wrong with you?
No, not the beer. The amount of NyQuil. Oh, no. Brew house. All right, here we go. So NyQuil. So you know what your brew house what'll fix you is whiskey. Make you feel better, or not care. No, I'm kidding. No, that man, that NyQuil, it is amazing how strong that is. Fighting something. Man, there's a whole bunch of shit going around right now. We've had to go through the house a couple times, and it's been rough, man. So get feeling better. Get feeling better. Yeah. So if you don't take it, have you ever tried taking echinacea pills? Don't ask me to spell it. I'm an idiot. my wife knew I was going to say that. Sick over Christmas. Oh, man. Sick over the holidays. That's the worst. I'm telling you. So you can go to Walmart, your grocery store, whatever. Echinacea. ECC. Echinacea. So, anyhow, I take that every day. I take an echinacea pill every day, and it helps build up your immune system. Twins chat been talking about that stuff. I've always been packing a lot. No. So seriously, it's. I I take one every day, and you know what? I really, they're sick, and then they're sick. There's like, just don't feel great. Sadly, my work is like, quit being a bitch and go back to work. But I do feel it helps taking echinacea every day. It's just part of my regimen, just like fish oil and multivitamins and all that other shit. Echinacea, it's just cheap. You find it on Amazon, find it at Walmart. Nature Valley, I think, is the one I do. Oh, did you hop on my live? And then she muted. Oh, there she is. Echinacea. Spelled it out for you because I'm an idiot. Refuge Medical. No kid. So Refuge Medical. That's also Bear Independent. That guy's a good dude, man. He does a lot for a lot of people with his like deployments and stuff to disaster zones. One of these times, I'm gonna do that. That'll be one of my little vacations where I go help out and do that. Take my chainsaw and go help some folks. But if you're looking for some good stuff, and anytime we can save a buck, but he has legit med equipment, so I support it. He puts out a lot of videos, and I don't get a chance to watch them all. But he's got some good stuff. He's a pretty cool cat. I think we're gonna have to go to the garage and find a refill here. Y'all want to take an adventure into the garage and figure out what Andrew's gonna have next? Don't all jump out at once. Tell me. I'm gonna go either way, just so you know. Good to have medical, though. Speaking of Team Quack, bringing that up. I've mentioned it before. I got some people that literally carry like IFAKs on their person and like tourniquets and stuff like that. If you do that, great. But I'm of the mindset like either my vehicle or my bag is close by and I carry that with me. But you should, just how many times have you had a coworker be like, oh my God, I got a headache, or they get a scratch and they need a Band-Aid, or some Neosporin and stuff. Tour of the ACR Hacienda. So we're going to go to my garage. I'll be like a mess and spiders. That's what's in there. Let's be real. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Buddy had an accident, gator hunting, almost bled before the chopper ride. Oh, man. So, yeah, no, I knew where you were going there, Quack. Gators are no joke. Like, I joke around about them around here. When I was in Alabama, I got chased by an alligator. Let me tell you something. Those bastards move fast. They move fast on land. They move even faster in the water. You can't outswim them, man. And they get a hold of you. And if you're in deep enough water, you're screwed because they can hold their breath longer than you can. I got Stella out here with her toy, throwing shit everywhere. But it's serious. Yeah, they can outrun a human. The key thing is, you know what saved my ass? Uphill. I can run faster than them uphill. They get a hold of you. They aren't letting go. And then they are up armored. So let's say you got a knife on you and you start stabbing them or something, man. First of all, have you ever tried to stab something underwater? Seriously, like it's like here you're like in the water. It's like you're not. He didn't get bit. What happened to him? Did he get cut with, he got cut with his own tool? As long as you're faster than the slowest guy, you'll get away. Remind me to tell you about the bear time up in Alaska about that. That's a funny story. Not for tonight.
Fast, I just have to be faster than you.
That's right. You don't have to be fast, just faster than you. That's what my wife says. But they do. Like, so it's one of those, when I go kayaking, like it's legit. Like I joke around about it. And like my dad would always ask me, like, hey, aren't you worried about alligators when you go out? Oh, hell, they're gone. See what the dogs are going to go get. But I try not to think about them personally. It's one of those, if you're by the shore, or by an island, they're not open. They're not in the open water. I mean, but you're making enough noise and paddling around, they're going to leave you alone. Find them more in the bayous and stuff, but I don't want to mess with one. I don't want to, I'm not trying to get in a fight with an alligator when I go out there. But, yeah. Steer clear of them. Most of the time they just duck under. Yeah. Milger's good to see you on here. Thank you for popping in.
Now I just want to watch Godzilla.
Yeah, my wife wants to watch Godzilla now. We watched Godzilla and Kong the other night. It was pretty good. Seen it a couple times. Went to Bangsta, stick him in the head, gator, head popped out of the water, skull. Oh, shit. Dude, so circle them back to their skin. Like, it's legit, man. So a lot of the folks that I know that hunt gators, they use a bow for that exact same reason. Like shooting them with, shotgun or rifle. I mean, no, man, no. That's crazy. I'm glad he's okay, right? Burning the midnight oil at work. Hey, is it work if you're hanging out with me? Or you're supposed to hit them underwater? Well, funny thing about water, and I'm glad he survived. So bullets act funny when they hit the water. I'll tell you that right now. But and I've never gone gator hunting, but I've seen them. I've seen them when I go out. So they're they're out where I'm at. Usually leave me alone though. Not nearly as aggressive as like crocodiles. They can be aggressive though. What do we got? We got a good crowd in here. Should we go? So I know I just finished that beer. We should go get another. Any till 5 a.m. Oh, you just got there. Boats will bounce off the top of water with a bang stick. They won't. Yeah. Yeah, water has a 5 to 5, 12s. Gotta love the 12-hour shift. Work plenty of those in my day. So let's take a venture to the garage. So before we get over there, I've been drinking Belgian quads. What are we thinking? What kind of beer do we want to change up to, or stick with something similar? Now pellets hurt when they bounce. One of these times I need to tell you about sting ball grenades. No, yeah, we don't have crocodile. I don't think we have any crocodiles in America at all. unless someone releases them. Just alligators for the most part. Kolsch, if you got one. Okay. So I got 1 vote for Kolsch. You got crocodiles in Florida? 6:30 p.m. to yeah, the night shift. Do you hear them? Sounds like Michael Vick's house over here. These two have lost their mind. Do a dark stout would be great. You want to see what I'm looking at right here? Hold on here. Look at these two. Do you see this? Lost their damn mind. Good thing they love each other. Can't tell. Let's see. So I got 1 vote Kolsch, 1 vote dark, stout, dark, something. Quack, what's your vote? Shift works is the worst. When I'm youngest graduates, I'm done. No more hard work. Crocodile Lake in Key Largo, Florida. I've never been there. Okay. Quack says dark. Oatmeal stout. Oh, those are so good. Hey. You're gonna piss Mama off, and she's gonna. Yeah.
I'm trying to send you a link. Can I have a video?
Oh, I got it. I got the link. Yeah. All right, let's go to the garage. Let's see what we got. Almost knocked the dog toy out of here. Going into the garage. Got Stella following me here. So I got 2. Jake. Oh. All right, got enough juice to get back on. Excellent. Thanks for joining us. We're playing beer roulette here. We're trying to find a beer to drink. The vote is for something dark right now. Sorry, milkers, you got voted out right now. I do actually have a Kolsch, but it's not cold yet. Picked up some good stuff. I know you hate me. So stouts. Okay. Stouts are dark. You know what? Okay, I got something cool here. Irish Hello. I don't have any Irish Hello on me. That one is a good one. I do enjoy that one. I do. All right, how about we do... Let's do... I'm going to show you all over here. I don't have any black lager. I was actually looking at those today. I've had it. It's delicious. It's my neighbor's favorite beer. He loves that stuff. I usually get that for him every year for his birthday. He loves that stuff. I can get that. If you want me to send that to you, man, I'll send it to you. So, y'all are probably dying to see what I picked up. All right, so we're doing Great Divide White Russian Yeti 9.5 Imperial Stout with vanilla and coffee. How'd I do? Did I pick a good one? Do you remember Budweiser's Black Crown? I do remember that. That was their version of trying to do something. I said, good morning, y'all. Got a bunch of haters over here. The black lager is very good. In all seriousness, it's very good. I do enjoy the black lager. One of my favorite ones there. I got a lot. There's only so much room in there. Just saying. But I do like that one. So, Great Divide. It's out of Colorado. It's good stuff. If you haven't had it, let's get a good pour here. Look at that. Look how dark that is. What? Uh, uh. That's what I get. Oh, man. I was being cocky there. Got that shit all over my beard. So, what's Brewhouse saying here? Yep. Oh, Brewhouse up in the balcony laughing at my ass with a shitty pour. Where's Martin up there hanging out with you? Let's see. Nothing about that says White Russian. It doesn't. It doesn't. So, those of you that don't know, so there's Black Russian and White Russian cocktails. The biggest difference between the two is milk, typically. Black Russian consists of vodka and Kahlua on ice. It's a delicious drink. Who passed out farting in his sleep? That's says someone's dirty laundry's being aired out. Yep, half and half, and then for a White Russian, you add milk. Now, what I like to do personally, if I'm making a White Russian, I like to add a little bit of Italian cream, coffee creamer, instead of milk, and it's really good. Like Jake said, this is Dirty George being there. There's nothing White Russian about this. Oh, Martin. Where is he? He's not even here to defend himself, Brewhouse. That's terrible. That's terrible. Chris is not even here to defend him. This is a good beer, though. Kind of getting in on this. Of course, this glass has been polluted with everything else, but you get a little bit of hints of vanilla. So drinking it, definitely get the vanilla and coffee. Nose in it, it's very earthy. A little bit of hints of vanilla in there. Not really picking up the coffee smell, though. Yeah, Krista would laugh. Krista's good people. I was hoping she'd join us tonight, too. She's... have y'all seen her TikTok store? It's pretty awesome. I was checking that out last night. Yeah, take another look at this can. So, I picked this up. This was in a 12-pack, and it had, excuse me, the White Russian, the Horchata, Black Cherry, and Big Yeti, and it was very good. Yep, it's very familiar. The Vanilla Porter by Sam Adams. I had that in a sampler as well. I'm sorry. I'm tired tonight. I got home from work and did yard work. On I'll tell you, this is stronger. And the, of course, definitely a different taste between a porter and a stout. Love them both, definitely. But this is definitely earthier, more like a stout. It's very good. Look at that. If you can find it, try Four on the Floor by Santa Maria Brewing. I have not even heard of that. Come here, bro. Harry, come here. Come on. There you, or Stella. Is that you whining? I've not had that. Yep, it also has tendency to be thicker than a porter. Yep. It looks like coffee. It tastes like coffee too. It's good. I like coffee beers personally. That's awesome. How about this, Jake? When you come visit, you bring me some. I like that even better. If it's a smaller brewery, it might be hard to find, even at Specs there. You bring that, I'll get you some whiskey, some beer, whatever, steaks. That is delicious. Absolutely delicious. 805. That is not ringing a bell. It's a brewery. Well, hold on here. No, there's a couple different breweries that have numbers out here, or that I've had. I don't know if that's one of them. On the Central Coast. No. Of course, we get, Lagunitas out here. But it's gotten pretty big. Okay. I'll look for it. I'm sure, I bet they sound like they have a lot of IPAs. That's like the big thing, What's everyone's thought on IPAs? Specs should have it. I'll look. I'll go to Specs, look for IPAs. James, both check out our, yeah. More IPAs than dark beers. Yep. More of a lager, Mexican style. Okay. That sounds good. I like Mexican lagers. Don't go out of your way to buy IPAs. So I know for me with IPAs, it took IPAs are good. It took me a minute to find, like, for that switch to flip for me to like them. And there's still some that I don't care for. So I'm very particular. Like, if I'm buying some IPAs, I'm very, very cautious. Yep, Kolsch, Hefeweizens, lagers, Pilsners. Even Pilsners. Sometimes Pilsners aren't hitting right. They're kind of hoppy sometimes. IPAs definitely acquired taste. Yep. I found one, so I do like them. I have one that from Avery that I'm gonna do on the channel. It's called the Maharaja. My brother loves the way I say that. It is about the same alcohol content. It's about 10%, and they are good. I enjoy it. I will be drinking it on the channel here. So we know it's crazy, like double IPAs. You would think the double IPAs would be hoppier. For some reason, they smooth out. I'm also a fan of. Why are you whining, bro? Come here. Come on, do you hear them just belly aching? So I have had Sweetwater beer, and I am not a fan. They had like a blueberry one. I tried it. It tastes like ass. It's like swamp water. If you like it, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. I'm just saying I didn't care for it. But I have heard of Sweetwater, have had it. Not a fan. Also, not a fan of beers from Utah. Just saying. James and I liked IPAs reviewed. Choice between dark and IPAs, taking the dark. Heck, Shinerbach got us started on the channel. Shinerbach's a classic. Mormon beers. No, I'm so like there was something I had, and it was from Utah. It was a beer, and it was terrible. And I saw it was from Utah. I was like, nah. Like it was garbage. It was horrible. It is the worst beer state. Oklahoma has far better beers. They have Artisan. If you haven't had Artisan, that's good. You know, I had a friend of mine that right now is in Arkansas. I haven't found any good Arkansas beers. I need to see if anyone on here knows about some good Arkansas beers. I am intrigued. You know, I was telling a brew house, you know, doing a series of one beer per state, you know, picking something. Of course, there's so many microbrews and everything at every city and state and everything, but just picking one just to put it out there for folks on stuff to try, you know, when you travel. My God, they're whining so bad. Yeah, please let me know, Jake, if there's any good breweries out there, because I mean they're all over the place. I'm sure they have one, especially like Little Rock or some of the bigger towns. Sorry, the next couple of weeks, be doing your no man. You should brew house. I think that's a great idea. I think you should do that. I have one in the fridge right now from Montana that's pretty good. Sweetwater I had tastes like algae. My cousin bought it. Tasted like weed or grass. That's so descriptive. I love it. No, I'm not a fan of Sweetwater. Bentonville's a big town. Walmart headquarters. They probably have some beers out there. James discussed tonight before I got online with you. Start with Alaska. Okay. You gonna do like alphabetical order? Pond water. I'll tell you, you know, the worst beer I've had on this channel, and I will say this, and so one of my old clients, so St. Arnold's used to be one of my clients. Wisconsin does have some good beers. Line and Kugels. I think they got bought out though, but they have some good beers. One of my clients, St. Arnold's at the time, no longer anymore. I love 99.9% of their beers. The 100th percent that I don't like is fucking Grand Prize. That's what it's called. It's called Grand Prize by St. Arnold's. I'd rather drink toilet water. No bullshit. I drank it. I was so disappointed. I was like, really? Like, you come up with a name like that? That shit better be on point. And they tried to make it like a standard American style beer. And I'm reading the content, the chat here too. But they did. So here's the thing. Here's what pissed me off. All right, they did try their own take in an American lager because, you know, everyone's trying to make money, and I get that. Brewery's trying to Spotted Cow is fucking amazing, by the way. Yes, it is, Jake. Sorry, but you know, like you try to be inclusive and get people, you know, into your beers, and man, Grand Prize was a fail. And if they're making money on it, then whatever. But it was, in my opinion, it was probably worse than like Budweiser or Bud Light. Like it's just no, like Grand Prize. Like don't take a name like that and then say, oh, it's our Grand Prize beer. No, it's subpar, is what that is. You can't take a craft brew company and then try to whatever. That's just me. Maybe it's me being hateful. Whatever. I don't care. Brew house, you need to get some Spotted Cow. You do. It's good. It's a good everyday beer. It's tasty. I like it. When I was in Iowa, I had it. It's good. It's hard to find in Iowa. In fact, my dad's neighbor had to bring it down. Brought him a 12-pack. It's good. But if you can find Leinenkugels, their summer shandy is very good. That'll be coming out here in a couple months. Their canoe paddler, one of my favorites. Very good beer, easy going. If I get you guys some dog treats, will you stop whining? Oh, you will? Look at that. Stop stepping on my shoes. Leinenkugel beer, I love, haven't had since. What is it, Milkers? What's the beer you're talking about? Thoughts on the peanut butter stout? That's a good conversation. Reviewed summer shandy. Summer shandy is delicious. Yeah. Sunset wheat. I've had that. I've had that from them. That was a good one. I do like sunset wheat. Very tasty. I didn't. One of they're very good ones. So peanut butter stout. So Jake, one of my buddies, he used to brew a lot of his own beer, and he brought me some peanut butter stout. His was delicious. It was a chocolate peanut butter stout. It was very good. Summer shandy. So a brew house might have to go to some specialty beer places to get some of the other ones from Leinenkugels. I like peanut butter stouts personally. I like peanut butter. I like stouts. I'm fat, whatever. They're good. I'm trying to think of a good, other than my buddies. I'm trying to think of one I've had lately that's been good. If you've got one, if you got one I need to try, please let me know. As long as they're not overly sweet. That's good beer. What are you two dogs doing? Sit down. So here's what we got. I've got a little bit of beer here. We're up on 100 minutes. I've enjoyed this night. We're going to give it a few more minutes here and then wind it down. We're in the wee hours. Those of you on the East Coast time, you're man, it's late. It's past your bedtime. It's creeping up on 12:30 here. Gotta get your beer in a bottle before Ash Wednesday. 4 Sons in Huntington Beach has an amazing oatmeal raisin stout. Really? I can honestly say I haven't had a beer with raisin in it. I like raisins though, might be good. 0124. Yeah, you're an hour ahead of us there, Brewhouse. You're East Coast time. Probably just barely. Right there on the cusp of that. Still, it's for Jake in California. It's still Friday. The rest of us are into Saturday. That's a good beer. That's a good beer. Yeah, Jake, all of us, we started our day way earlier than you. We've been going for a minute. I've been up since 5, so I'm a little tired. Still haven't eaten. That's probably not good, right? Drinking all this beer and whiskey, I haven't eaten yet. Got a steak in there. Also made, excuse me, also made, HEB has brisket stuffed jalapeno poppers. So it's a jalapeno stuffed with cream cheese, stuffed with brisket, wrapped in bacon, plus my special seasonings that go on top. They're the best. They're a hit for the whole family. Now, the only thing better than those are the ones I make, because I make my own jalapeno poppers, special seasonings. They're great. Man, Jake, appreciate you popping in, man. It's been too long. Shoot me a text later. I'm glad you popped in, man. Good catching up with you. Hope to see you here soon. No one does brisket like Texas. I'm telling you, like my neighbor makes an amazing brisket. Alvin, you're here. You need to go to HEB. Go get their brisket stuffed jalapenos. They're so good. I'm telling you, if you like jalapenos, yeah, man, Jake, we'll talk soon. Seriously, hit me up tomorrow. Hit me up this weekend. 3-day weekend for me. Yeah, Alvin, I'm telling you, they've also got that shrimp that I've been eating. It's in their little cooler there with their seafood. They do a couple different seasonings. The Chesapeake Bay, it's like a shrimp cocktail, but it has a seasoning on it. Oh my God, it kills it. That's like my lunch. I'll eat that for lunch, and it's delicious. HEB is always killing it with their food. So I'm going to give us another 3 minutes here to say our goodbyes, adioses, and shut it down so everyone can get into their own evening. So I'm not a sushi guy, but I have heard that. I have heard they have good sushi. They have this little area where they're cooking different stuff and they're peddling their wares. Sometimes it's sushi, sometimes it's different stuff. Yeah, we kind of solved the world's problems tonight. We talked a little bit about everything. And Brewhouse, I appreciate you joining me. Shoot me an email, and we'll connect. I'll get you my number. We can text or whatever, and you let me know what you want me to ship you. Quack. Awesome, man. Glad you popped in. Thank you. Always enjoy talking with you too. It's a good crew here. Really is. Alvin, text me, man. Shit, if you're looking for a job, I'm still waiting to see if you want to come work for us, man. Seriously. Here comes the rain again. You hear that? Ah, man. So hey, is Twin Arrows doing a thing in the morning? Get back to work, Milkers. Always a pleasure having you on here. Cheers to everybody. We're gonna wrap it up a little bit early, a few minutes shy here. So y'all have a great night. Thank you for hanging with me. Yep, we'll catch you for Twins Live in the morning. I got to catch a couple Z's. Y'all take care. We'll see you later. Thanks.